This is the Superhero Dispatch Network. I hope you're ready for your first shift.
Wait, we're doing this?
10 seconds to choose. Unleash the right superfelon and save the city, or pick wrong and watch downtown explode. Live. One washed-up hero, one lethal click. Ready to play God? Steam Next Fest offers sensory overload, over 1,800 demos, all screaming for clicks. Yet one scrappy narrative title bulldozed the queue. Dispatch didn't sneak onto the front page. It detonated there. Within 12 hours of the demo going live, its Steam wishlist count had surged 1,200%, vaulting past big-budget sequels with multi-million-dollar marketing campaigns. By nightfall, the game sat inside Twitch's top 20 most watched, wedged between Fortnite and Valorant. Clips of bewildered hosts juggling explosive emergencies while arguing with smart-mouthed superfelons flooded TikTok under hashtag DeskJobHero. Brief, chaotic snippets that made even casual scrollers feel the FOMO. Critics piled on. Polygon likened the vibe to The Office shot through a radioactive Spider-Verse filter. IGN's First Impressions podcast joked that filing incident reports has never felt this close to a moral panic. What they're reacting to isn't just witty dialogue, it's the friction between two fantasies rarely combined. One is the classic power trip, super beings punching meteors. The other is soul-sucking middle management, except each paperwork error could flatten a city block. That collision of heroics and hold music dread turns every mission into a pressure cooker, and viewers can't look away.
Someone's robbing the museum.
Watch and learn. How do I mute you?
We're taking bets on when you'll quit.
Then came the Tribeca Games spotlight. Developers rolled in humble, but the mic drop moment arrived when Aaron Paul, Jeffrey Wright, and Laura Bailey sauntered on stage to read an unreleased confrontation scene live. The audience erupted, social feeds imploded, and by dawn, Dispatch was trending above the latest MCU trailer. Suddenly, this wasn't an under-the-radar indie. It looked like 2025's breakout narrative event. Here's the kicker. Your protagonist, Robert Mechaman Robertson, isn't swinging fists anymore. His prized combat suit lies in shards, his reputation in worse shape, and he now clocks in at a gray cubicle answering 911-style panics for a privatized hero hotline. Every triage choice he makes, who intercepts a jewelry heist, who babysits the cat stuck on a power line, chips at or repairs his shot at redemption. Pick the wrong ex-villain, and you don't just fail a mission. You broadcast catastrophe to millions, live. Desk duty never sounded lethal, until you realize each click could unleash a pyromaniac with a grudge. And that strategic gamble is only the first twist waiting under the headset. Emergencies ping across your city map with timers ticking down. Each call lists rough odds of violence, stealth, tech sabotage, or PR fallout. Your toolset? A row of Phoenix Program volunteers on early release. Every one of them a walking rap sheet in spandex. With only a glance at mobility, strength, and yes, likelihood to bail, you gamble the right felon on the right fiasco. Pick well and they come back heroes. Pick wrong and morning headlines scream, Bat-winged arsonist almost torched orphanage. Then the second layer drops. Mid-mission hacks you execute personally through a legally shady backdoor system that lets the dispatch center hijack cameras, lift keycodes, or spoof alarms. Success cuts mission time in half. Failure piles extra heat on your already disgruntled team. It feels like Papers, Please meets XCOM's base menu, except the stakes are living, joke-cracking demigods. Of course, felons with superpowers don't stay quiet, especially when Hollywood voices give them attitude.
Aaron Paul snarls as the embittered Mecha Man. Jeffrey Wright turns bureaucratic pep talks into Shakespearean gravitas. Throw in Laura Bailey's whip-smart Invisigal, Matthew Mercer riffing on every gloomy antihero trope, plus newcomer Young Gravy as a pyro rapscallion who freestyles mid-mission debriefs, and the booth feels like Comic-Con backstage. That lineup inflates expectations and budgets. Some fans already worry the star roster means shorter episodes or pricey DLC slices. Others argue the names are bait for mainstream press, while the real meal is the writing. Whichever camp you're in, the banter lands hard. Characters interrupt, roast each other, and threaten to leak HR complaints on Discord when you bench them for too long. But comedic fireworks only matter if the world itself forces tough calls. Picture a rehab plan that trades prison time for hero time. Each recruit agrees to 15 missions for partial clemency, but every success lowers their sentence and raises public suspicion that villains can't be trusted. Invisigal pulls solo ops because groups trigger her PTSD,
Quarry, a stone-skinned bruiser, gains raw power if partnered with someone he hates. And Voidmaid, who can fold matter into temporary black holes, refuses child rescue gigs after an incident she won't talk about. Your dashboard tracks stress, loyalty, and the parole board's weekly audit. Let a hero blow up a laundromat, even if nobody's inside and the whole team's collective sentence spikes. Stakeholder calls demand explanations. You juggle damage control or risk losing funding for your own promised mech suit rebuild. High-wire ethics aside, veteran devs say they've walked this narrative tightrope before. Ad Hoc Studio rose from the ashes of Telltale's closure. These are the writers who made players sob over Clementine's choices and cheer for Bigby Wolf's cigar breaks. Years later, they want to prove they can crunch less and chip stronger. The team stayed deliberately small, only 40 full-timers after watching Telltale balloon and collapse. The cautious schedule shows. Dispatch was teased at the Game Awards, demoed 6 months later, and still lists a vague 2025 launch, while QA buries bugs. Insiders whisper that if the studio misses Black Friday, investors may push for an early access episodic drop. We're not in doom and gloom territory yet, but Steam forums already debate crunch rumors versus dev transparency. Those rumors flare hotter thanks to a little sleuthing in the demo files. Within hours of NextFest, modders cracked the demo bundle and spotted references to 7 endings, 2 not triggerable in current assets. Strings labeled Season Pass Skin and Hero Spotlight DLC stoked Reddit threads predicting microtransactions. Meanwhile, the release date on Steam remains a single word: 2025. No quarter, no month. Fans cite Ad Hoc's caution. Skeptics call it a red flag. Games press coverage also notes how the stacked voice cast will need separate union pay schedules. One more timetable wrinkle. Right now, no pre-order page, no deluxe edition. That could change overnight, but until then, speculation fuels hype and worry in equal measure. So what does the game actually feel like for the average player? Previewers call the demo funny, foul-mouthed, and surprisingly heartfelt, praising the motley crew of dangerous F-ups dynamic. Early players echo that. Dialogue pops. Every mission finishes in under 5 minutes, making it perfect YouTube fodder. But some notice mission templates repeat quickly. 3 balloon rescues in one session feel like grind padding. Others want deeper consequence tracking. A hero botched a retrieval and still cracked jokes in the next scene as if nothing happened. Yet 3 demo moments consistently wow people. A mid-hack moral choice to expose civilians' private data to save a hostage. An impromptu rap battle where Young Gravy distracts cultists. The final stinger showing Mecha Man's shattered suit flicker online, then cut to black. Each leaves players buzzing about the full game's branching potential, which leads straight to what's next on the calendar. The next checkpoint is locked. Late August Gamescom. Ad Hoc booked a 30-minute theater slot, not the usual 2-minute sizzle reel, promising the first uninterrupted mission showcase. Industry insiders whisper that the segment will demo a full dispatch call from ringing phone to moral fallout screen, then cap with a release window splash. If marketing math holds, that slide should nail down at least a launch month, because any later, and retailers can't print boxes in time for holiday shelves. Directly after Gamescom, watch for the Console Insider Beta. Microsoft's partner portal already lists a mysterious Project Mecha flight for early September. Expect a staggered rollout. Xbox Series XS first, PC second, PlayStation only after Sony's certification queue clears. Those beta slots will be tight. Ad Hoc's Discord mods have hinted at a 5,000 user ceiling, so hover over that sign-up page like you're camping a raid boss spawn. Meanwhile, the studio's Dev Diary drip campaign begins. Every other Wednesday, a senior writer or systems designer will tackle a hot-button topic. Branching logic, performance capture bloopers, or how the hacking minigame got past lawyers. Each diary drops alongside a classified ticket. These ARG-style PDFs hide coordinates, ciphers, or poem fragments. Solve 3, and you unlock concept art in 4K, plus lore docs that hint at cut heroes and scrapped plot twists. The fastest solvers will score a Discord role that reportedly grants early patch notes. Catnip for Theory Crafters. September rolls into Community Recruit Month. Viewers will vote on a brand new Phoenix member. 4 archetypes teased so far. A lunar-powered pacifist, an ex-bank robber with time-stop grenades, a mind-reading toddler in a mech stroller, and a disgraced space marine chef who weaponizes seasoning. Whichever design wins, AdHoc pledges day 1 inclusion. Coded live on Twitch so fans can watch the devs sweat. October is merch season. Prototype dispatch lanyards, yes, actual corporate lanyards, and Phoenix File notebooks have surfaced in leak photos. If collector's editions emerge, expect a steel book shaped like a dispatch console, a moral choice flowchart poster, and perhaps the most on-brand pre-order bonus ever, a desk stress ball labeled Be Your Own Hero. Of course, all that optimism balances on a razor. Slip past October without a hard date, and December becomes dicey delay territory. Investors may push for an Episode 1 early access fallback. Cheap goodwill now, at the cost of fragmented launch reception. On the flip side, polish-savvy fans might prefer a January clean slate, safely out of holiday chaos. For now, AdHoc social feeds remain confident, but QA testers have quietly acknowledged a few gnarly save import bugs, exactly the sort that torpedo Telltale's Batman debut. Whether the countdown ends in fireworks or a calendar shuffle, the real decision lands in your hands, clipboard or cape. Most superhero games hand you instant power fantasies. Dispatch hands you a squeaky office chair, a malfunctioning headset, and the moral weight of an entire city balanced on your break room coffee cup. It's a gamble that the thrill of deciding can eclipse the thrill of doing. Maybe the game becomes a cult masterpiece, redefining narrative strategy the way Disco Elysium rewired RPG expectations. Maybe it collapses under the freight of branching permutations, celebrity paychecks, and a marketing plan that splinters into DLC dust. Either outcome, one truth stands. You will want front row seats. So here's your call to action.
Wishlist the demo. Steam's algorithm still worships that metric. Comment below with your Phoenix program dream team. You get 3 slots. Who handles the runaway subway, who rescues the balloon, and who cleans up the PR firestorm after they inevitably mess up. Predict the launch month. Closest guest gets a shout out in our review video. Bragging rights, and maybe that stress ball if we can snag an extra. Hit that like button if you've ever begged an invisible hero not to ghost you. And subscribe so our launch day deep dive drops straight into your feed. Because in the end, this channel's mission mirrors Mechaman's. Sort chaos, make the best choice with the intel at hand, and hope the city's still standing when the credits roll. In the end, our mission here mirrors Mechaman's. Sort the chaos, make the smartest call, and hope the skyline's still standing when the credits fade. So stay tuned, hit the bell so our launch day deep dive lands straight in your feed, and drop your wildest Phoenix lineup in the comments.